Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, you folks, same platter video series videos I've been doing for the while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. And folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that the time I'm doing this, folks. I just got through drinking some weak-ass root beer for one of these reviews, so I'm going to need these next items to kick some ass. But we'll get to that. Yes, indeed, folks, the format of the show is pretty simple. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try some stuff, I'm going to talk about it. I try to like it, but sometimes I can't, especially when it's weak-ass root beer. We're going to move past it, I promise. But, whilst I'm doing so, I'm in the truck. Whilst I'm also inside the truck, I'm wearing a cool shirt. Folks, when I wear cool shirts, I like to highlight the shirts. What cool shirt am I wearing? I'm still rocking my Psycho Kickboxer shirt starring Curtis Bush. That's him. If you're not familiar with Curtis Bush, no, guy's legit badass. He was a multi-time kickboxing champion. Kind of came in, not at the tail end, but nearing the tail end of, like, the kickboxing craze. Because for a while, it was a really big deal. Like, it really was doing some stuff. It was kind of the UFC of its day. It's faded back, but it is still around, and thankfully Mr. Curtis Bush is still around. He's actually a Facebook friend of mine. Flexing. But yes, this is a movie that he starred in, directed. I mean, he put all of his money into it. Super duper low budget. If you enjoy kickboxing movies, it might be one to check out. But anyway, folks, what am I trying for y'all today? What am I doing? Well, I'm going to do this because I grabbed it. We're going to do, boom! It's vitamin water, which I've never done vitamin water before. But specifically, it's vitamin water, zero sugar, with love, raspberry dark chocolate flavor. Okay. Flavored plus other natural flavors with magnesium, antioxidants, and vitamins. Let's see. Is this a thing? Okay, look. It's got a little thing that we're going to... Look, normal water, there's no easy way to say this. I'm leaving you for vitamin water. Oh, okay. I get what it's doing here. Dang, that was actually pretty easy. But listen, it's not because... maybe you're a sociopath. But listen, it's not because with love is a fresh flavor, okay? It's more than a silly fling. It's making my heart overflow. Sure, it sounds crazy, but the raspberry with the dark chocolate. How could I not fall in love? This love... They did a lot of question marks, and then they didn't go over there and capitalize. That bothers me a lot from a grammar standpoint. But what the fuck ever. Okay, it's vitamin water, zero sugar, it's raspberry dark chocolate. That's the only reason why I'm drinking this. I occasionally drink vitamin water, very rarely. Typically speaking, if I'm going to do like a sports drink, I'll just do like Gatorade or maybe Powerade. Vitamin water has its place. I don't dislike it or anything, but I don't drink it very regularly. The only reason why I'm doing this is because fucking raspberry dark chocolate flavor. Even when I went over there and I handed this to the guy at 7-Eleven, even he picked it up and was like, And I was like, I don't know, brother, I don't know. Let's give it a shot. That's an interesting smell. It's... yeah, kind of a raspberry chocolate smell. All right, let's drink this shit. Ooh, okay. That is some funky stuff, folks. And I don't mean funky in the good way. I'm like, it's funky. It's not, no. What the fuck? Okay. To describe, there's a raspberry hit. It's got kind of a tartness to it. I'm not a big raspberry guy, but, you know, why not? There's kind of a tartness to it, which I'm not the biggest fan of, because I don't usually like tart things all that much. Well, I'm not that big into raspberries. And after a little bit, it gives way, and then there's this what the fuck taste. And my brain is still struggling to comprehend the fifth dimension of flavor that this evokes. Like, if you've ever seen the movie Supernova, which you haven't, maybe you have. If you've ever seen the movie Supernova, which came out like either late 90s or early 2000s, it's not a very good science fiction movie, but, you know, it has its charm. But in that, they deal with like a 14th dimensional object or some shit. And they ask the computer to explain it, and the computer's like, can't do it to you. There's no way in words to explain the 14th dimension. There is no way that in words I can properly describe to you what the fuck this tastes like. It's really weird. We're going back in. I mean, yeah, you know what? Sure. If you decided to go over there and make a raspberry dark chocolate flavored vitamin water, that's what it would taste like. I don't know how they did it. I can only assume that it was drummed up by some sort of madman, you know, who was just writing on the walls of his padded cell, and every now and again they would take him out to go over there and clean him down, and somebody would go inside and try to decipher the ramblings, and one of these was these. It is weird as fuck. And it's such a distinct hit. Like, if it were just the raspberry, it'd be like, okay, it's a raspberry sports drink, fine. But then, after like a second or so, the raspberry fades away, and then it's just this what the fuck flavor. It's really bizarre. I mean, sure, I'm gonna chocolatey, sure, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's less like the flavor of chocolate and more like the sensation of chocolate, if that makes any sense. Because I wouldn't say it tastes chocolatey per se, but it has like an essence of chocolate to it that makes your brain go, oh, I know what that tastes like. But then your taste buds are like, that's not what we're tasting right now. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. That's what it is. It's really bizarre. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Maybe and maybe. This is one of these things where I don't think it'll exist for very long. I'm guessing this will be a limited edition flavor. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But it is one of these things where if it exists for long enough, my brain might want to try it again, to try to make sense of it again. Like a personal challenge. Like a Rubik's Cube that's half solved in the corner of your room. So I might. Should you try it? If you want to open up the darkest corners of your mind and go on some sort of weird quasi-psychedelic adventure, sure. I mean, hyperbole aside, yeah, give it a shot, man. Because I don't know what the fuck to think about it. Give it a shot. If you do, let me know what the fuck you think about it, because it's bizarre. I have tried a lot of drinks in my day, folks. More than most people will. This is definitely one of the strangest things I've had to drink. It's not the most strange, but it's up there. Weird. Weird. Anyway, 5 things before I get... I don't like the aftertaste very much. It's not horrible, but it's... 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your year. And folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly trippy rest of your life, I guess, man. I don't know. Somebody needs to explain it to me in very simple terms. Because I'm feeling like I'm back in freaking geometry class again, back in college, where it was just like, I went to that class twice and was like, out. Because there was no way I was ever going to learn that shit. My brain doesn't work that way. Same deal. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, depending on your personality, it may be easier or more difficult to avoid being an asshole, knowing that this exists. For myself, I'm not certain exactly. It evokes a lot of emotions that I simply can't come to terms with at the moment. I'm questioning a lot of things about my life right now. But even in our life-questioning moments, especially in our life-questioning moments, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. I want someone to give this to Joe Rogan. Because with the amount of drugs that man has done, I'd be interested to see how his very eccentric thought process takes this into account. Because it would do one of two things. Either he would perfectly understand it and describe it in such an eloquent way that it would put all known human poetry to shame, or he would literally implode into a black hole of his own ego because he simply couldn't wrestle this, and it would just consume us all. That might happen anyway. Or conversely, just get a normal vitamin water flavor that doesn't make you want to fucking go over there and paint yourself blue and run around the house naked all day and then go over there and call the fire department. Bye.